before. Here's one I've shared before. I'm from rural Texas, where the houses sit on pretty big pieces of land. There used to be, according to my mom, an old haunted well on our property. Young parents are finally able to afford a house. They pick a beautiful home in the country. Plenty of room for our boy to run around when he gets older, honey. Must feel good, man. From the gate to the front door is a long driveway. Along this driveway sits a massive live oak. Its thick branches spread out low, touching the grass. Pick related. Parents move in at last. Out back there's an old well. It's kind of falling apart, but they think it makes the place look rustic and picturesque. First night at the house, Mom has a dream about the well. There's a huge bird sitting on it, talking to her. She wakes up. Something about what the bird was saying spooked her. She remembers the words vaguely, but as with most dreams the memory is as fleeting. She falls back asleep. Second night. The same dream. Mom kind of remembers the bird asking for something, but can't remember what exactly. Later that day, Mom goes to the store. An old lady approaches her. "Did you move into the house with the old well?" "Why yes I did, ma'am." "Did you used to live there?" Old lady looks nervous. "My son moved in there a few years back." Turns out her son kept having weird dreams. Take a wild guess what they were about. Mom gets weirded out. Tells the lady she has to go. "I know I sound crazy. But there's something living on that property." "Thank you, crazy lady." Mom leaves. That night, the same dream. This time the well is full to the brim with water. Mom walks over and looks in. In the water, there's an image of my crib. I'm not in it. It's just a pile of little bones. Mom looks up at the bird. It's got her. Mom wakes up drenched in sweat. She feels an urgent need to check on me, but I'm fast asleep in my crib. Mom scolds herself for letting the old lady at the store spook her. But then there's a sudden loud noise outside and she looks out the window. The huge live oak outside is covered in grackles. They're all screeching. The noise wakes my dad up. He's grouchy when his sleep is disturbed. Grabs his gun and fires a couple of shots outside. The birds scatter. Then Mom and Dad go back to bed. Mom has no other strange dreams that night. Still, the next day she tells my dad about the strange coincidences, the dreams, the birds, the old lady. Dad basically shrugs it off. "You're just being dramatic." That night, the dream changes. There's the old well, but the bird is gone. Suddenly the well begins to flood over, soaking the grass. It reaches Mom's feet and she looks down. It's a black liquid, looks just like oil. Mom turns around. Our house is behind her. The entire roof and porch and windows are covered in birds. Mom wakes up. This time Dad's already awake. In the dark she hears him crying out, shouting and cursing. There are rustling noises, like the flapping of wings. Mom's eyes adjust to the low light. There are grackles all inside the room. Mom sees that they're trying to get to my crib. Dad is keeping them away, throwing fists and swapping at them with an old shirt. Mom rushes over and scoops me up. She runs into the other room and slams the door behind her. The sound of rustling gets louder, and the grackles are screeching. At one point, Dad fires a shot. Moments later, he lets out a terrified scream. There's more rustling, and Dad sounds panicked. Then multiple gunshots. Then silence. After a long tense moment, Mom hears Dad's footsteps. He opens the door to the room where Mom is hiding. He is covered in cuts and gashes, bleeding quite a bit. But the worst part is his eyes. They seem to stare off into space as he tells Mom to grab her things. "We're getting a motel tonight," he says. Mom grabs some essentials and she and Dad hurry downstairs. They open the front door. They freeze. The live oak outside is covered in birds. Every single branch is lined with them. Aside from their shuffling a bit, they're completely silent. The air feels electric. Dad holds up his gun, and slowly leads Mom by the hand towards the car. The birds just watch them. They finally get inside the car and get the hell out of there. Mom said afterwards, Dad decided that sending a priest onto the property couldn't hurt. The guy blessed the place and then Dad knocked down the well and filled it in with dirt. Mom says she isn't sure, but she thinks Dad saw something weird that night while she was hiding in the room. He refuses to talk about it at all, and told her never to bring it up again. Then she told me, Keck,